Hello Leos, welcome to Souls Intersect. I have your October of 2016 intuitive tarot reading. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com. And I also want to remind you that I do past life readings in addition to intuitive tarot readings. You can also read about those more on my site, and the link is below. Okay, so first of all, in October, I see you, Leo, represented by the Strength card here, surrounded by Pentacles cards. And for the most part, very positive ones. I am getting the sense of some money coming in for some of you, and there's a couple of strong messages with that. So the Ten of Pentacles is really always a possibility, is an influx of money and enough money that is money you can budget with and save with. And I feel that in the most practical sense, this top row is saying that with the Six of Pentacles to the left of Strength, it's really talking about budgeting it. And with the Four of Pentacles to the right of Strength, it's really talking about saving some of it. So being wise with it, and also being so wise that you're setting up, you're setting some of it aside to save. Now, I also do sense on the more ethereal level that there's also this grounded nature. So going with the meaning of the Strength card and then also being surrounded by these pentacles, I really feel that you're in a position this month to build on some roots that you've planted, use your inner wisdom and fortitude to make good decisions, make strong decisions that will help you build a really strong foundation towards something. And it also feels that there's a lot of luck with you in general, not just financially, but also in terms of being in the right place at the right time, other things that have to do with more practical things, scheduling, really getting better at that, doing things like planning, following your calendar better, scheduling better, and getting things in order. So again, not just financially, but also in other practical ways. And then of course that grounding on the more energetic level. I want to look at that a little bit more because I also see Strength above the High Priestess. And the feeling that I'm getting is that some of you may have been coming into your intuitive abilities more. We see that vague infinity symbol at the top of the Strength card. It's above her head. And here it looks like birds forming an infinity symbol. And to me, that's a connection with spirit. It's using your faith and spiritual strength to apply fortitude and perseverance to many aspects of your life. And the intuitive message I'm getting with the Infinity card is that getting more in touch with spirit and getting more in tune with some of your psychic senses. And the High Priestess is really confirming that as well. So my sense with this is that there is a need to ground because of that. And Temperance also, interestingly enough, brings in this message on her own, because many cards, many depictions of Temperance, you see her with one foot in the water and one foot on the ground. And that's about being between the two worlds, but also being able to balance them. And so it's never just about being able to access your intuitive side more and developing your psychic abilities, but also being able to ground, because we have to be here on this earth as long as we're here. And if we're ever getting too much in our heads, or it can feel a lot like having your head in the clouds, then we cannot be what we need to be here on this earth. Part of developing your psychic abilities is that balance and learning to be able to use your intuitive side, your psychic abilities, being in tune, being conscious, but also remaining tied to the earth, familiar with the needs of the earth, and in balance with it. And if anyone has more questions about that, I'd be happy to email with you about it. And it's interesting to see this coming in for you because I don't believe that I've seen this for my Leo viewers so far. So there may have been a shift for you recently that's really bringing this in. And I just can't emphasize the grounding enough with all of those pentacles surrounding the Strength card. So that's going to be a really strong message for you. Those three major arcanas really driving that home for you this month. Now, also looking at the bottom row, I do see the Knight of Swords as a possible person in your life. So this could be someone who is younger. I do get the sense that this is a very intelligent person. For some of you, it feels like it's going to be a son or daughter. Maybe someone beginning to speak up more about something, be bold in ways that you weren't expecting, or also embarking on a course of study. Maybe someone that went off to college recently, or getting more interested in a certain field of study and really sharpening their intellectual skills and being really vocal about it. And for some of you, I'm also sensing that this could be a child that is, in your eyes, being maybe a little too vocal about a cause or something like that, and it's concerning you a little bit. I also feel for some of you that this could be a love interest. It's possible that this is a younger person. It could be someone you're already partnered up with, or someone who is noticing you. And for those of you who do feel that you've been working on your intuitive skills and getting in tune more, as we discussed earlier, it feels like there may be someone nearby, maybe someone you've met through, excuse me, activities where you've learned to deepen those skills or work on those skills. And it feels like they have been noticing you and are very intrigued by you, especially in terms of your intuitive abilities. I see them looking right at the High Priestess. I also feel that this person, both in their energy, could help with some of this balancing, but also possibly with advice. And this person might also be coming in as a teacher for you. The Three of Wands card to me is, this whole bottom row really is feeling like a lot of you are embarking on something. You may have joined up with other people in meditation groups, learning energy healing, learning Reiki, maybe learning about crystals, even things like essential oils or plants. If there are some of you who have been joining up with others, it feels like this is absolutely the right path for you. And for those of you who haven't, you may consider doing this. Most people drawn to this channel are already going to be awake spiritually in some sense, and many of you maybe have not pursued it much further. And there's definitely encouragement for you to do so. And I also do sense, though, that some of you already have. And I feel that there is a very important person for you to meet, or maybe someone you've already met, that is very possibly great potential for either a teacher, a close friend, or even a love interest. We're not seeing too many cups cards or anything here, but I get the sense that with the like-mindedness with this person, it could develop into something else. And with the Three of Wands, for me, there's always a lot of potential. In this case, I feel like it's really speaking to starting to build your skills further and starting to follow along your spiritual path further. But I also feel like in regard to this Knight of Swords person, it could very much be about the beginning of something and building towards something stronger. It would definitely be, though, that you connect first on the intellectual level and also the spiritual level. And again, may even share concerns with each other or brainstorm with each other about things that you've learned in regard to your spirituality. For some of you, this may be showing up in more of a creative sense. For me, that's all spiritual. Like, for example, if you're taking a writing class or anything artistic like that, anything expressive even, that's all channeling spirit to me. So it's just as much a spiritual endeavor, even if it's not directly something like doing healing or doing meditation. So it could also apply to that as well. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have any questions, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com or feel free to leave comments below. Thank you.